All right, y'all. Welcome to our April 2018 team meeting. Thanks for everyone, to everyone who's hopped on. We're going to be covering a couple of things tonight, important things. So we'll start with Jacqueline, and she created this really handy dandy little point projection model, and it's an Excel spreadsheet, and I'll let her go into more detail about it, but it basically will help all of us kind of plan and track toward our goals a little bit better, just kind of keep that a little bit more organized. And then Elena, our resident social media guru, will, is that you typing, Jacqueline? Let me mute you real quick.
Oh, my bad, that's me. My
bad. Our resident social media guru will give us some tips specifically around Instagram. Hopefully all of y'all follow her. She is the guru. And then Moniece will give us a little update on, she'll share this really cool acronym on reaching out, following up, all of that, that you can kind of keep in your mind as you're working your business. And then I'll close out with a couple of just updates to keep in mind throughout the month and moving forward. So without further ado, Jacqueline.
Today, I'm going to be talking about the Plexus comp plan and specifically the pay points within the comp plan. So as you, well, I'm going to assume, we get paid 11 different ways, and one of the most lucrative ways we get paid is through pay points. And you get pay points by building a team, essentially. So like Angela said a second ago, she challenged us to make a little plan for us to promote. And I love numbers, and so I decided to make an Excel spreadsheet. And so we'll go over that tonight, but before I share my screen, I wanted to just make sure everybody was on the same page and they understand really the very basics of pay points. So when you sign someone up, they're your level 1. So Angela signed me up, I'm her level 1. Anybody I sign up is going to be Angela's level 2. So Elena is going to be Angela's level 2. And then anybody Elena signs up will be Angela's level 3. So anybody she signs up is level 1. Anybody she signs up is level 2. And then anybody she signs up is level 3. So Moniece would be Angela's level 3. And you can keep going on, but I'll stop right there because your first 3 levels in Plexus are your most important. Not that the other ones don't matter, but you get the most pay points for your first 3 levels. So for anybody in your first 3 levels, you get 5 pay points. We get paid approximately $3 every single month for each pay point that we have. So obviously, the more pay points you have, the more money you get. So if you have 5 pay points and they're worth $3 a piece, you would get $15. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay. So the first promotion that we get in Plexus is silver, and that's 3 people on your team. And I wanted to share my screen, and I'm really hoping it works without a problem. Can y'all see my screen? Okay. So if you look at the screen, if you hate spreadsheets, then it could be daunting, or if you hate numbers, it could be daunting, but I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible. Explain it as easy as possible. Sometimes it can get confusing when you're explaining numbers or some kind of formula. So if I need to slow down or repeat something, just unmute yourself and let me know. So in this example, we're just going to walk through and we're going to go from ambassador to silver ambassador to super silver, and then ultimately we may get to gold depending on the time frame. So we're just going to assume that you signed up in April. You being anybody, this model is adaptable to any rank that you're trying to attain. You signed up in April. You'll see that in this month, you don't have any pay points yet because you just signed up. So let me just explain this row right here. Obviously, those are the months. That's so you can keep track of your pay points each month. And then in this column right here, this is to show which category each person that is signed up in fits into. So for example, anybody you plan on signing up, you would put in this row. So in April, I signed up, I'm excited. I tell a few friends and I sign up, let's just say 2 people. This can be, actually, let's let them go silver. So they go silver in the first month. They signed up 3 people, and you will notice that the number of pay points didn't change. That's because you signed up 3 people, but you don't have pay points for them yet. You get business building bonuses off of them, but you don't get pay points for them yet. But you'll notice once you put that 3 in, this number right here changed to 15 points because the people you signed up are in your first 3 levels. And so when you sign them up in April, in May, we're just going to assume all 3 people that you signed up in May are going to purchase their products the next month. When we vet people, and that's not this call, but when we talk to people, if they're not willing to commit to 60 to 90 days, we want to go ahead and sign them up a different way, either preferred customer or, some people are stubborn and want to go rogue and they'll purchase retail. So anyway, so we sign up 3 people. Let's just assume all 3 of them are wholesale customers, right? So you signed up these 3 people, and notice you don't have anybody else in your levels 1 through 3. So in this column, you would put anybody you signed up. Anybody that's in your first 2 levels that signs people up will be in your first 3 levels. So anybody I sign up, anybody Elena signs up will be in Angela's first 3 levels, right? So anybody that we sign up, or anybody in your first 2 levels that sign someone up would go in this column or in this row right here. Anybody who's on your level 4 would go in this column right here, and so forth. And you just go down. But since you're new, and you have wholesale customers, you just have these 3. So in the next month, you have May, you have 15 pay points. And let's say you sign up 2 people, and one of them is a runner for you. They're excited, they want to work the business. And let's say they sign up 2 people. So just like we did in the previous month, anybody you sign up goes in the first row. And since they signed up 2 people, they'll go in the second row. Does that make sense? Okay. So totally, you have signed up, 7 people. So you have 7 people who have signed up. And like I said, you have 15 points from the previous month. When you get to your 3rd month in June, 7 times 5 is 35. But we're just going to assume, say, maybe one of the people you signed up in April, they ordered their 60 days and they say, you know what, for whatever reason, my doctor said, X, Y, and Z, or I'm not comfortable, or I had die-off symptoms, whatever the case is. They decide that they're going to not order this month. So we want to account for that. Attrition is a natural part of the business. We hate it, but it's just kind of expected. People will say they'll commit and won't do so. So we want to account for that when we're goal planning so that we don't overextend ourselves or overcommit. So we're just going to assume one person is going to fall off. And so instead of 35 points, we have 30 points. Does that make sense? Oh, you know what? I have this as ambassador. Really, it should be silver ambassador because they signed up 3 people in the first month. Okay, so they're silver ambassador. They're working with their level 1 who's also tracking to go silver. The next month, they sign up 3 people, and their level 1 ambassador signs up another 2 people. Let's see. So we can see your level 1, whoever this is, their level 1 goes silver. And for the next month, they'll have 55 points. But let's just go ahead and put a formula in here that instead of one person dropping off, 2 more people drop off. So now you have 45 points. you're very close to super silver, which isn't an actual promotion, but it's very, it's a big point in your business. When you're super silver, you're on track to go gold. And they always say, if you can go gold, you can go diamond. So we are close to going super silver. So let's say in this month we sign up to people. One of the other persons that you signed up in June is also a runner. So instead of 2 people signing up, you have 4 people signed up in your first 3 levels. So you will see 6 people are signed up in July. You don't get those pay points yet. You get them the following month. Like I said, you get business building bonuses for them the first month, and then once they have 100 PV that next month, unless they were to get 100 PV that following month over their welcome pack, but that's another story. But that next month you'll get points for them. So you'll see 6 people here, 6 times 5 is 30. And so you will have 30 points from new ambassadors from the previous month. If you take the 30 from the new and you have the 45 that you originally had, and let's just say, 3 more people drop off, then you have 60 points. Y'all see how it's tracking? It'll automatically update your points based on who you sign up. So the beauty and the curse of this model, the beauty of this model is that it's adaptable. So, whatever month I started in, I can put in the number of people that the number of points, the number of people that I previously signed up. And then the next month I have my projections. But once I have my projections, if I don't meet them, I can just adjust the model. But the bad part about that is if I just keep adjusting the model over and over again based on unmet goals, then, you're not meeting your original goal, or there's nothing wrong with revising goals, but you don't want to just keep pushing it out month to month because we're not meeting them. Does that make sense? Okay. So in August, we are at 60 points. And let's say we just, we have a rock star month in August. Everybody, didn't make their summer goals and they start signing up. So you sign up 4 people and the people under you sign up 6. And let's say you lose another 20 people. Well, just for the sake of time, let's go ahead and say you signed up 5 people, you pulled a Moniz, and your team signed up 7. That next month in September, even with 4 people dropping off, so you have the attrition of 20 points, then you make, you rank again. You rank gold ambassador. And when you're gold, you get exclamation points. So one difference I just wanted to point out, when you turn silver, and there's always a lot of confusion when you first start this business with this promotion. When you promote to silver, you have 3 ambassadors under you. It doesn't matter if you have them active based on pay points or you just signed them up. If you have 3 active ambassadors, then you turn silver. When you go gold, you need 100 points. And the difference in that is, if I sign someone up in August, or let me say that, if I have 60 points in August and then the next month I sign up 8 people, I don't automatically turn gold until I have pay points for them. You need 100 points, not 60 points and then you sign up 8 people that month. It would have to be the following month when you retain those 60 points, and then the 8 new people that you signed up, you get those 40 points to equal 100 points, and then you turn gold. You don't just sign up 20 people and then turn gold. So I just wanted to clarify that. So with this model, I hope it made a little sense. Some things that I just have under here is, if your goal is to sign up, 2 to 3 people a month, how do you get there? So just underneath I have, following up with customers, wholesale buyers, weeks 1, 3, and 5, and then monthly after that, when they following up with them once they get their products, make sure they're taking it, make sure they understand, troubleshoot if you need to. And then commit to however many power hours you think. So based on what your goal is, if you want to sign, 3 people a month, how many power hours do you need to commit to? What do you need to do? So you can just put that under there to remind yourself of what your strategy is to actually reach your goals. Pray for growth, be more organized about reach outs and follow-ups. That was one on mine that I kept on there because I could definitely be more organized. But whatever you know that you need to do, and just based on our conversation earlier today in the chat, whatever you collaborate with your uplines to do to be held accountable to these goals, then you can put them right here that can help you actually achieve the goals that you have set up here. And like I said, I'll go ahead and pass it over to Elena, but this is adaptable to anything. So if you start this model and you are already goal, then you're looking and say you already have, say you have 100 points, the model will automatically update for you. And then you can adjust whatever you think you'll sign up or your team will sign up going forward. It'll help you project which month you want to actually promote. So I hope that's helpful. This model is welcome to anyone. And if you need help, I'm available, regardless of if we're sidelines, uplines, downlines, I can help anybody that needs assistance with the model. So.
Yes. Thank you, Jacqueline. I love this. I did have just a couple of quick points.
Sure.
First of all, one of the biggest mistakes that I made and that I see a lot of us making is jumping in this business. And a lot of us don't make the decision right out of the gate to start working the business, right? That kind of evolves over time. Like, okay, well, I shared it with a couple people and I got a couple of ambassadors. So now I'm ready. But the minute that you decide that you're ready to work this business, you really have to get disciplined, sit down and write down your goals or use a spreadsheet like this. Because the mistake we make is month to month, we're just kind of willy-nilly like, okay, I grew 5 points or I grew 10 points or whatever. And we have this goal in mind that we want to go gold at some point. But because we don't have any concrete written down goals or, plugged into a spreadsheet like this, it takes us a while to get there. And just like Robin was saying on the team call last night from the book study that we're doing, success loves speed. And so with Jacqueline's initial example, she showed that you can get to gold in 6 months, but really you can get to gold much sooner than that if you really buckle down and get disciplined about what you're doing. And so that is, I guess that's my advice to you guys. Doing gold can feel a little bit daunting, but it's not hard to do if you just get really disciplined about what you're doing. And then, and then the other thing, I guess, in terms of, success loving speed is attrition, like Jacqueline said, is very real in this business. And so the longer you stretch out your ultimate goal, like, so say your first goal is, so you've done silver, your next big goal is gold, right? So the longer you stretch it out, the more likely you are to have people fall off because of attrition. And so, if you sign up 5 or 6 people, like I have an ambassador, brand new ambassador, she started in January and she's like, I don't know, 45 points, right? So Brian, lay down, please. Oh, gee. So she, in just 3 months, she is basically super silver. And so that's the thing that I told her. I said, each month that you stretch out your goal of getting to gold, you're more susceptible to having more people drop off. So I think I made my point, but thank you, Jacqueline. This is a really great model. And if you wouldn't mind uploading it onto our team page as a file, and then, we'll reference it or we'll point people to it.
Will do.
All right, guys, I'm going to hop right on in and talk about social media. I absolutely love social media. It's so fun for me. And my social media, specifically on Instagram, has evolved over the past I would say 6 or 7 years. Um, and it's evolved, it's grown. I have over 7,000 followers, and it's just good. It's really neat, and I enjoy it. So when you are thinking about social media, depending on how you were introduced to it, depending on just I guess your personality and how you used it, it may be something that you don't use very often. It may be something you might, throw a picture, and I'm again specifically talking about Instagram. You may throw a picture up once a week or something like that, and there's no real rhyme or reason to what you're doing. And as long as that's how you are just kind of running your social media account, your Instagram account, you're not really going to benefit from it the way you could as an entrepreneur. Okay. So, the first thing about social media that is so super important is the quality of your pictures. People are attracted to bright, clear, concise photos with a purpose. And obviously, the larger your following is, you can post a picture of a grape and you'll have 1,000 likes, right? But just for the sake of growing your business or growing, well, yeah, growing your business through social media, you have to have a purpose, and you have to think about what you want to use the social media account for. And really, it should be used to grow your like, know, and trust. When you grow your like, know, and trust, people will just start to respond to you more consistently. They will trust what you say and kind of jump on whatever train you're on much easier. And you'll be able to build your following and build your likes and comments and just relationships so much better. I find that Instagram is really a place where it's a really easy place to connect with people, and most people are open to connecting and chatting. Like, they want friends, they want to connect, people love comments, they love getting messages. So doing those types of things will really allow you to connect and bond with people. And when you have those people looking at your page and your stories, you'll have that much more reach to share your products, your stories, testimonies, and things like that. So I really wanted to be able to share my screen too, but I can't do that. So I um, consider. Anyway, you can go to my page, my Instagram page. It is at AMAYES, Amaze, and you'll kind of be able to see the things that I'm talking about after we end our team call. But thanks, Angela. But when you are considering posting a photo, think about if that photo and whatever comment, whatever story, whatever blip, line, whatever you're going to type underneath it lines up with who you say you are. So on your bio, you have your picture, and you can say whatever it is you want to say about you. I think mine says something about a twin mom plus one, sharing real life, loves all things pretty, whatever. So whatever I post about has to be in line with that. And then you have to consider, why am I sharing this picture? Like, what is this picture? What is it communicating? What is it drawing attention? Like, what is it for? And then not all of your pictures have to coincide directly with your comment. Like, I might post a picture of um, well, I'll use what's her name? This one chick, I can't, of course, Abby Kappa. She posted a picture of like a plant or something random, and then posted about Plexus underneath it, because you really don't want your profile to be product heavy, because then you start looking like an ad, and nobody wants to follow an ad. They want to follow you. They want to know you and like you. So, what makes people want to know you? What makes people want to like you and follow you? Those beautiful, bright pictures that are clear, sharing real life. Like, again, Instagram is a place where people are really open and vulnerable about, whatever it is they're going through. It's an excellent platform for things that mean a lot to you. So, and then you can build your network off of those things that are valuable to you. Make sure you're consistent, posting at least like once or twice a day. If I don't post on my profile, I'll be sure to do stories. And just be open, because people can't trust who they don't know. So if you are not sharing a little bit more about yourself, if you're not putting anything out there that would connect and resonate with people, they're not going to trust you. Okay, come here. Okay. And also people won't connect with who they don't like. So you've got to show them someone in order for them to like you. So how do you build that like, know, and trust? Posting multiple times a day, posting purposeful pictures, use stories to share. You're not in the bed either. Using stories to share videos and pictures and words. It's a video. So what I posted, they can't see you. Okay. I posted videos yesterday talking about the star and got a lot of feedback from it. So just people hearing my voice and being able to watch me interact, that meant a lot of people. Like, people literally responded with, comments about my personality and all of these things. You also want to remember that if you build it, people will come. They will come to your community. Use hashtags. Use tags. Like, if you are wearing a dress from BCBG, tag BCBG in the picture. Because again, when people search BCBG, you're going to pop up, and that's what you want. You want people looking at you who are of like mind and like interest. Building community, going to that search page, and then going to that search page and scrolling through, clicking those hashtags and scrolling through, and then connecting with people that you like, connect with them. And then what am I going to say? Oh, social marketing. This is a build it, they will come point. Instagram is all about ads and collaborations, and it's full of entrepreneurs. Instagram is full of entrepreneurs. So if you are really capitalizing on those things that are valuable to you, like infertility was valuable to me, being a twin mom, and now being pregnant, those things are valuable to me. So now I'm getting a lot of collaborations and a lot of podcast requests and interview write-ups from those things. So and then that just opens me up to a whole slew of people that I never would have met. Make sure you post well. We all take pictures of our kids that we just love. All those pictures don't belong on Instagram. They all don't belong on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the point of it? It's cute to us, but is that going to help someone get to know me? Is that going to help someone like me or trust me? Probably not. So just make sure you are posting purposefully, and that your comment below attaches to something that you say you enjoy. So yeah, 3 or 4 things, find those things and post about that. And I think I'm done. I know we don't have a lot of time left.
Awesome. So I think I'm going to start a thread at some point just for questions, because you shared a lot of really great information and good tips. You just made me think of Emerald Ambassador. Her name is Trisha Rieger. Have you guys heard of her? Okay, so in March, so last month, she signed up 23 ambassadors. She personally sponsored 23 ambassadors. So she has an Instagram called Clean House with Kids. She has over 32,000 followers. And she pretty much did all the things that Elena just shared. She picked a topic, right? Her topic is she's a homeschool mom with 5 kids and she's a minimalist. So she just kind of posts things that show her minimalist lifestyle and her 5 kids and homeschool and all of that. And so she built up a following, and then she started weaving Plexus into that. And I think she's saying that about 95% of her business comes from Instagram. So complete strangers from Instagram. So like I said, in March, she signed up 23 ambassadors and had over 3,000 PV, which is crazy, right? And so I'm also going to share, it's like a less than 10-minute video that she did, a YouTube video that she did, sharing kind of specific tips of things that she did to grow her Instagram following, and then how she leverages it for Plexus. So, and then I guess I did have a couple things, but I can post it later. So Moniz, I'll give you the rest of the time, 5 minutes, to share about ATM.
Okay, so did anybody ever get on that training or that call yesterday for Plexus Community? Okay, so Jacqueline and I were there, and it was phenomenal. Hopefully I can do this any justice of how she presented it yesterday. So basically I can't remember her name, but she was an Emerald ambassador, if I remember correctly, I believe, or Ruby. And so basically she was telling us about a way that she and her team have been reaching out to people that they found have been really successful. And by listening to her tips, it really made sense, and it made it more easy, especially for, I'll just give you the steps. It's called ATM. A stands for add, which means, like, for example, we have a team page called Plexus Journeys. And it's basically a group full of testimonies, information, product information, financial testimonies, all kinds of things. And so the A and ATMs add people to the team, add people to that group. So if somebody is showing interest in, interested, Journeys to Health and Happiness, if you have somebody that has reached out to you about Plexus, about something that you've posted, the first thing you want to do is, before you respond to that message, is to add them to the Journey to Happiness and the Journey to Happy, to that group. Add them to the group. Then you're going to go back to you want to tag them in something within that page that responds to the question they asked you. So, for example, if they say, hey, Aaron, what is Plexus? Go to that page, add them to that page, tag them in something on that page that describes Plexus in a small little quick something. Then go back to the message and respond saying, hey, let me look at the notes. Saying, she said, hey, so-and-so, glad you reached out. Hope you don't mind, but I add you to this group that will tell you exactly what Plexus is. You can leave out of the group if you want to, but there's a lot of great information. What made you reach out to me about Plexus? And so at that point, you have added them to this group to where even if they don't buy at that moment, they'll be constantly being dripped on when we post. Somebody's going to post every day about Plexus, but they'll be dripped on and learn about Plexus in a roundabout way. So you're not having to keep on going to them, that kind of thing. But when they log into Facebook, when they go on Facebook, they're going to get those notifications of something being posted. And so they'll be able to see the information, see Plexus, see the testimonies. 2.5 minutes, okay, see the information, and they're constantly being dripped on. And if you do that, you don't want to tag them in 5 to 10 different posts. Tag them in 1, maximum 2 posts within that page, so they're not overwhelmed and they're not like exit out of the group. So that's a great way of getting them information inadvertently. And what she does is that she's more bold about it, where she won't. First of all, she doesn't ask people if they want to join the group. She tells them, I have added you to this group. You can leave if you want to. So even when people don't reach out to her, when she sees somebody is posting on Facebook about being sick, about headaches, about being tired, about wanting to lose weight, or if she even thinks about somebody from her past or somebody she crosses who she thinks would benefit from Plexus, what she does, she does the ATM method. She adds them to the group, tags them in the post, and then messages them saying, hey, Julie, I just want to reach out to you because I recently added you to this group called da 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 da. You can leave if you want to, but there's great information. I was thinking about you, or I saw you post this on Facebook that you were having all these headaches. You're really tired. You want to lose weight, and I really feel as if Plexus is something that would help you. When you have a moment, go check out the tag that I posted you in, and then that starts another conversation. So for me, I think that's just an easier way to provide information without overwhelming people, and so that people can constantly see the information about Plexus and just over time be like, what is this? Oh, that does that. Gut Health does this. There's this connection here. They just were learning inadvertently just by going on Facebook and seeing the notifications. So I hope I wasn't going too fast. I know we only have a minute left. Was that clear enough?
It was good. It was good. Good explanation. And I love it. I didn't get to hear the whole call, but it's so simple and so easy to implement. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, before we get cut off, I just want to say good night. Thank y'all again for hopping on, and like I said, have a great night. We'll start a thread so we can continue these conversations. Thanks, ladies.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Go to bed. Good night, Ryan. Go to bed.